Hello! Welcome to the new perspective stream of Yarn Spinner's Tales. Everything's screaming wrong, wrong, this is wrong. I'm facing the total different direction. Okay, see that back there? That's my door. Usually I'm facing that door. I'm facing a window that's usually to my back. But I have a great big table in front of me. I have what I want to show you tonight all set up on it. I intend to leave this set up for a little bit. So for the next month or so, you're going to see a lot of this perspective. The camera is like, okay, right here. I'm surprised you can't see it. A little bit of it right there. But I have two cameras, and both cameras are like right here in front of my face, even though you can't see them. And right behind that is my keyboard, which is like go under the camera, gooseneck, and type and everything. And then it's the monitor. Whew. But I worked on this yesterday and today. I tested it out. I made it work. I'm hoping the mic is fine. And I hope somebody comes along and tells me that everything looks all right. In the meantime, happy Thursday night, almost Friday. I got a busy day tomorrow morning. I got to go get a mammogram. I got to run a couple errands. But that's all right. By the time I get home, then Friday evening, it's supposed to be raining, and I'm not planning on doing anything else. So it should be a nice, relaxing Friday evening and Saturday, and then I'll be back on Sunday. And I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do this. It's a work in progress. Absolutely. I feel like it's so far behind me. Look at that. You can see our other computer back there. That's my husband's computer. And it's flashing all of our photographs. So enjoy. You might see my grandson. Oh my goodness. Okay. I am so excited about doing tonight's stream. I haven't been this excited for years. I've been doing this for 2 years. Coming July, it got kind of old hat, right? I'd run in here, I'd sit down at my spinning wheel and I'd spin. And I had to think about this. I had to set this up with the cameras. And I have something new and exciting to show you. So that's what we're going to do. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to tell you, but I don't think so. And instead of looking at this stupid room, let's see if I got, oh man, I messed with these cameras a long time. Let me see what I got here. Okay, looks pretty good. You can see my face up there in the corners, about the same as it usually is. See a lot more of my upper body than I like. And right here is the Pixie Claws combing system that I'm going to show. And it looks like I need to move this just a tad more. How about that? Now, I know it's kind of far away. It's not like I can get the camera right on top of it. I did post a picture on Discord of what it looks like all opened up. This is a cedar wood box, and it was created by a lady by the name of Beth Duncan, who is a woodworker. She's also a spinner. Her mother is a spinner. And she basically looked at her mother doing what I've been doing, trying to comb fiber with those Indigo Hound 5-tine combs. The great big monster things, okay? Not working. She's just like, Mom, that's just like, it's not ergonomic. It's just awful. So she went about designing this. And I ran into it last April when I went to Greencastle and sat and watched her demo it, talked to her a lot about it, talked to her about spinning, talked about her all sorts of things. She is a lady who loves to talk. She's hard to find on the internet. I will put that right up front. You can find her under Pixie Claus at the YouTube. You'll get a video. But as far as contacting her, you have to, if her contact information isn't up to date on YouTube, IM me, message me, talk to me, mail me, get in hold of me, and I'll get you a current email so that you can contact her if you really, really, really are interested in talking to her. But in the meantime, just over the next few weeks as I work with this, if you have any questions, ask me. And to be honest with you, I'm still learning. I did several just test polls, okay, test combings of this. I am using a Corridel. All right. All right. So what camera am I using here? This one. There we go. That is the top I pulled off from the Corridel. Two things I learned today. I was using, well, I need to tell you about the combs first, but I was using the fine comb, thinking that and I was having some trouble. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's gorgeous. This is dyed by me. It's a magenta that I dyed, hot pink. Anyway, I was having some trouble with the fine tooth, so I have decided during the stream I'm going to go up to the medium tooth. So what am I talking about? Well, first of all, I will show you one that is not on. Okay, this is a comb. This is the coarse. As you can see, the tines are really thick. They are, man, I don't like where my camera is. I can't get used to it. There we go. They're really thick. They're two-tined. All of her combs are two-tined, no more. And brilliantly, all of her combs are absolutely no point, right? No tetanus shot, no jabbing, no drawing blood, no nicking accidentally as you are working, right? Totally can put your hand right on the tines. And there's no problem at all. That was one of the biggest selling points to begin with. I don't know how many times, every single time I use big or little combs, I drew blood. So this has 3 combs. Clunk. That was the thickest, coarsest, for coarsest wool. This here is the thinnest, and it is pegged in. All right, see the peg? See the peg? So I'm going to take it out of there. That's what it's pegged into, right there. And it has the handle attached. So the very first thing I'm going to do is take the handle off of this one, which is the finest, and put it on the coarsest. And I am going to try combing with this one, which is the medium, and the coarse, because I was having some trouble with the finest. And the trouble was that it just didn't want to all completely come off the comb. I felt like I was wasting a lot, and you're not really supposed to. You're supposed to be able to get a fair amount off of here. Okay. So I am going to, I have to decide which is fine and which is coarse. This is sometimes kind of hard. They are very close, but this one is the finest right here. I can tell because they bend quicker. They're less resistant than the next one up. Okay, so this one will be my medium, and I will load the fiber on there, and I will comb with the coarsest. Okay, so here is the beauty of these. These have a handle. Where's my, there we go. These have a handle. If you want to, you can use these without the stand, exactly like any comb. Okay, they are screwed onto the handle. They're not going to go anywhere, and you can do whatever you want as far as a comb in each hand. I'm not sure I like this camera at all, but it's good for seeing it on the work base. All right, so that's the medium. Like I said, they are screwed in here. So let's take this off. Find this and unscrew the screws. This, by the way, the whole thing is made out of cedar. It smells amazing. Oops, come on. Yep, you should come open. You should come up this way. Okay, I am going to set this down on the table now in order to get it to actually. I don't. It's what am I trying to say? It's a cross screw, and I only have a single, so I'm kind of fighting. It's kind of fighting me a little bit. Shouldn't matter. All right, let's get this out of here. Should be loose here in a minute. There we go. All right, screws are still in there. I don't want them to drop out. This is the handle. So yes, I do want them to drop out. Let's see here. Yes, I do want them to drop out because I need them. I don't want to lose them on the ground. I need them for the coarser. Which is this one back here. It's very coarse and very heavy. I'm just a little concerned that it might be too heavy. For what I need to do. All right. So of course you put the handle back on. By lining up the screws. Sorry, it's not in the camera. All right. There we go. Now I have the coarse one attached to a handle. Put my screw away. And if I want to, I can go ahead and peg both of them, although I am not going to be using both pegged. But we're going to do that just to start out so you can see. I have a medium and I have a coarse. And something that's not right here. I have this one backwards. Let me fix this. have it screwed on backwards. Or I have that one screwed on backwards. I'm not sure which. But they're not even. That sure seems like that's better. It fits better. It is so hot in here. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a problem this summer. Oh, that's so much better. Yes. Come on, going down in. It's not going down in. Why are you not going down in? I must not have you lined up with the hole. All right, where's the hole? Well, it's in the hole. Okay. Nope, it's not in the hole. So I'm going to loosen the other one. I obviously have tightened it too much. And the other one to line up. Here we go. There we go. Nope, still too loose. Well, they're both in their respective holes. So, oh, that one's real loose. Okay. Now, what's going on is one screw goes down further than the other screw, and that's just a alignment issue that, you know, things don't get aligned exactly right when she's making them. I don't mean not exactly right, but just I will say this is the first I have attached the what am I trying to say? The one for the coarsest. So I think the screw is fighting me a little bit. I think I'm going a little crooked. Let me take it completely out and start over here. Because it doesn't want to go down into the hole. I have worked with, like I said, the fine and medium. I haven't put this one on the... Okay. Now, let me make sure. There. I know I'm in the hole. Yep. Now it really wants to go. Like it should. Perfect. Yep. And it is very tight. Okay. So now we have, as I said, actually that was the medium, which I have worked with before. Okay, now, what else comes with it? This is a, to pick the fiber. It has a very, very fine wire loop on it and wooden handle. And this is a diz, and she made an ergonomic diz. Let me back up here so you can see it. 4 holes. Very, very fine, very big, medium, smaller than medium. I've been pulling it out of the little one. But I was also finding that there wasn't as much fiber there available for pulling it out of that one. And I may go to the other one. But you do the concave side in. All right. You load your fiber onto the smaller of whatever you're using. If you're using the coarse and the medium, you load it onto the medium and comb with coarse. If you're using the medium and the fine, you load it onto the fine and comb with the medium. Okay, that's kind of the rule of thumb. Like I said, what I have here is dyed, picked apart Corriedale fiber. That camera really washes it out. And I'm going to load it onto my medium, except I don't have it pegged. I have to find my, I'm missing a, how did I lose a peg? Oh, fell on the floor. Oh, and I just hit the camera. So sorry. Looks like everything's all right. Do you know I have those one camera duct taped to the other one? All right, gotta peg it or it won't stay put. There we go. By the way, the clamps don't come with it, and they're just 2 C clamps. You can get whatever you want, but we happen to have these around. One of them I use for my hackle, and the other one my hubby had, so that's just what I'm using. And you don't have to use picked fiber. I mean, if you want to use locks, that's fine. Okay, so what I found about this Corriedale is it's pretty short. Now this is only 2 tine, but being short, there's not much room to comb in the front. I have to try really hard not to bang into the tines of the one that's holding the fiber. But you load it the same way you load any comb. Whether you're using locks or whatever, you lash it so that some of it's behind, most of it's in the front. Can you see that? And it looks like I'm pushing it all the way down, but at this point in time, I will spread it out going upwards here in a minute. I'm just getting it lashed on good, taking care of any loose stuff, that sort of thing. And by the way, this does not eliminate the waste. Combing has waste no matter what you do. You can work harder at getting more off of it than a lot of combs that I've worked with, especially the small handheld ones. It takes time, but you can actually get more off of it if you take your time and work with it. Okay, so I have it loaded with a nice puff of fiber there. It's caught on the back, and I'm ready to comb. You do have to use the comb in your hand. And like I said, I lashed it onto the medium. I'm going to comb with the coarse. And that's only because this part right here, I was having a lot of trouble getting it to bite with doing this part with the medium when I had it lashed to the fine. Okay, so you can use two hands. You can go this way, right? You don't have to go down. In fact, she encourages you go this way. The two hands are, you're pulling with both shoulders equally. It's more ergonomic, right? And if you notice, I'm getting a nice combed puff on here, but it's not really coming off. See that? Really going straight down is not real good. It pushes the fiber down. So go up, sideways, crossways, and yes, I am hitting. And yes, I have some catching. I am catching on the tines, hitting the tines. The one thing I'm trying to avoid is putting any more fiber from this comb up here down onto it, if that makes sense. That is the one thing I am trying to avoid. So I am, and I can switch my hands like this if I want to, go the other direction. But like I said, I have not yet had a lot of luck getting it all off the comb like you do sometimes. All right, now this is the part I'm not 100% sure what I really need to do or want to do. Because normally I would take all this off and it'd be waste. But this is perfectly fine right here. So what I've started doing with this system is going back from this comb to this comb, all right? Like this. Or, that didn't work well, like this. Sideways is better. See that? Now I am going to comb this twice. First of all, I got a chunk right there I don't like. I'm going to catch that while I can. I'm going to push this down a little bit. And I just bent the heck out of a thing. Okay, but it doesn't matter because it is not sharp. I can take it and I can bend it right back in place with my finger on the point. Just like that. Still don't have it quite in line. See there? That's just practically where it was. Look at that. Okay. Now, what do I want to do here? Okay. I'm going to go back this way. Going to catch it on this side. Going to pull it up a little bit. I am just working on making a really nice puff here. And hopefully it comes over. Now, the one thing I did decide when I was doing this the first time was it needed more than one pass. But it did not involve changing combs, putting it on the peg or whatever. I just keep holding it in the same hand and make pass after pass, comb to comb. See, this puff is almost gone. And what the other thing I found out, since I don't have to worry about this, I can grab a hold of this and pull it out and get it onto the other comb. See that? Now that going straight down, unfortunately, puts more of the fiber from this comb back on the other comb, and I don't want that. I don't want that. Okay, now this just hit me right here. Didn't hurt at all. Hi, Kay. All right, last pass. And then I will pull it off with the Diz. How you doing tonight, Kay? Isn't this exciting? You have no idea yet. All right, I'm going to flip this over because it's pulling all to the one side, and I want the other side. And I just bent that tine again. And all I have to do is push it back. Boy, I don't know why that tine is not... I catch it so easily. But since the tines have no points, they don't hurt to pull them back. I can put my hand right here and hold it. I have so much fiber to comb that I want to comb. Okay, we're going to Diz it now. And we've got this nice little hook. And I'm going to use... I use the finest. This is Cordell. Okay, this is Cordell. I used the finest to Diz it before, but I've decided to do the next up. It was coming off really, really, really thin. This is the fun part. It's like magic, isn't it? It's like magic. Just go back and forth. All right, I ran out, so I will stop with that right now. And that is my Corriedale. It's very, very pink. It washes out as soon as I get close to the camera. Let me get down there a little bit more like that. That is my Corriedale top. I have a great big box over here. It's a box that you get, you know, a couple dozen strawberries in. And I put a tablecloth in there. And that's where I'm storing my... That's where I'm going to store the top that I pull off of this fiber. This is coming out thinner after I get the whole bunch of the really good stuff off. Then the next batch that comes off thinner. That's all right. I don't know if this is going to pull off or not. It's getting awfully hard to pull off. So what's left over here? I will drum card. And no, that's not going to pull any more off. That wasn't worth the effort. This will go in a bag for drum carding. I could try combing again, but boy, you can see how short it is. See? It just, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. But I think it'll drum card all right. So I have a bag here that I'm collecting it for. Now, this normally should have transferred all to the other one, and it didn't. So I'm going to diz some off. I got a piece of hay there. Let's see if I can diz some off. When she demos this, she gets everything on one comb. But I'll tell you what, the whole time I watched her demo it, she was using Wensleydale locks. They were at least 6-7 inches long, right? This Cordell is basically about 3 inches, and it does make a difference. It really does. Come on. Okay. Yay. A lot of waste, but I'll drum card it. It's not going in the trash. And I have a lot of dirt on my pants legs. It's working. It's working. I forgot to make my notes for tonight. I wonder if I have a pen anywhere here. Oh, what's today's date? 9th. Good grief. All right, another batch. Let's do another batch. This is probably too much, but that's all right. The hardest part is, once the fun part's over and you got it all figured out, then, oh my gosh, you got to sit here and do it 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 because there is so much. And spinning comb top is the absolute primo experience, right? It's worth it, but it takes a lot of work to turn a bag of fiber like I have here into top. And This, this has many, many good advantages, right? No sharp points is the biggest one right here. And able to do it a little more ergonomically by having not a lot of weight and possibly using both shoulders at the same time. If you are careful and smart, right, it is designed in ways that you can use it ergonomically. So the whole point is, doesn't matter. It's still a lot of combing. I have a lot of this fiber. Okay. I have loaded it onto the medium. You always load it onto the smaller size. This is the coarse. That got that in the camera pretty good. You guys can see really, really well what's going on here. First of all, not a lot of it is transferring. Some of it is. Some of it isn't. I am trying to avoid to go straight down. I am going more diagonal, slightly up, switch it around to the other hand, both hands. Go from this side, go from the bottom up. As you can see, it's just a process, and yes, most of it is eventually going to transfer over. Little bites. But I don't take this off. I leave it here, and I put this back onto here. That is so less fiddly than, oh my gosh, especially the Indigo Hound. Big 5-tine one. Woo! Fiddle, fiddle, fiddle. Flip, flip, do this, do this, do this. Not to mention their sharp points. Oh my goodness. All right, let me put this up a little bit, run it through a little more. One of the things I found I can do, pull it out. I can leave my hands there while I put the comb underneath it and pull it that way. See that? Don't have to worry about sharp points coming at me. The thing I have to worry is if I'm going to hit this, because I have been doing that routinely. All right, now we're going to switch. We're going to start doing this and getting it back on the one that's slashed. I'm going to flip it. It's a little more awkward, but like I said, I caught the tine. It's a little more awkward, but all right, I've worked that about as much as I can, really. So I am going to Like I said, I'm doing this twice. And notice some nips and stuff. So I am going to start this way again. I may get tired of doing it twice and give up eventually. All right, I have one lock there that didn't open up and it's holding everything up there. Let's get that out of the way. Does help to be ambidextrous. All right, second time through, I don't go as deep on this puff. And I'm going to put this back on here. Perpendicular, like this. Hold both ends, pull it through. Flip it over. Somehow, like this. Not much left there. All right. Hold it this way. Okay, we're going to pull off of that. Lovely puff. I do have a little bit left on there. I may try and pull on it. I don't know. We'll see. That's gorgeous. Trying to steer my dog into the medium length walk, and she keeps trying to get the longer routes. Let's go this way, Mom. It's a nice day out. It was so gorgeous here today. Perfect weather today. I'm trying to get this in there. Let's see if I can get this caught up. Come on. Yeah. Shoot, I didn't get it. Okay. Got a nice long pole though. Nice pole rope top. I don't know. I'll get this or not. Now I'm pulling against the back pretty hard, so I'm getting a few little nips and stuff like that. I should not be pulling on it. I shouldn't be getting that out of there because of that. It's very nice, and you didn't want dinner. We'd walk a little further, but I'm hungry. Yeah. I haven't eaten dinner either. Oh, let me tell you about my dinner. Since I'm going to stop talking about some of this right now. Um, I had baked chicken with a mango puree. All right, so it was really thick, just mango, little sugar puree. Been using the mango puree for like on top of bagels and English muffins and stuff like that, but I thought, oh, I'm going to try this with the chicken. So I did chicken thighs and baked them yesterday in the oven. So today, it's the meal for today. I decided to chop the chicken all up, put it in a pot with a little bit more mango and some Holstein sauce, which is an Oriental, sort of not soy sauce, but you know, it has a little salt and tang to it and that sort of thing. Mixed together with a little bit of the mango puree, and then I put curry in it. Oh, it's good. Now, I am not a curry eater. I can't do, I can't do hot, super hot. So the curry is very light. I can taste it, and that's all I want to do is taste the curry. And that's kind of saucy, right? It's kind of liquidy, and I have rice to put it on top. I've tasted it, of course, but I haven't actually eaten supper. I'm going to do that after. That was one of the reasons I went ahead and streamed an hour earlier than I usually do, because hubby's outside mowing. I knew he wasn't going to be in to eat for a while yet. So I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and get my streaming done, and we'll eat together when he gets in after I get off, or whenever he gets in. Summertime, gosh, sometimes we don't eat until 9 o'clock at night because we're doing stuff outside and he's busy working. And anyway, that's summer. It's not dark. It's so different in the winter. In the wintertime, I'm like, it's 8 o'clock and I was like, I want to go to bed. It's dark, it's cold, I'm ready to go to bed. Creature of the light. Okay, gotta move. Oh, especially my knees. This setup works pretty good. This is takes up all of my computer, right? The table is completely in front of, like, I can't put my chair into the knee hole of the computer desk or put the keyboard onto the little slide out tray of the keyboard thing. I got to put it up on top. I mean, it's just like totally in the way to put this table this way, but it's perfect. This box is pretty big. It was not going to fit on that little TV tray type table that I generally use when I'm doing stuff for the stream. So I decided to put the table in here. And the only reason I could do it is because where I put the table over is a trunk. The trunk, in fact, is under the table that those peace lilies usually sit on, that are often beside me. You can often see in the stream beside me. They're out on the porch, like I said last stream, enjoying the sunshine and fresh weather and fresh air and a little more frequent watering. My husband, it's so funny because in the house, I'm responsible for watering the house plants. We bring all the plants into the house in the winter. So all winter long, I'm responsible for keeping the plants watered. As soon as they go out on the porch, then they're his job. Don't ask me why, but I'm not going to water them because I know he already has a little bit every day. Just, that it's his little, You go outside in the morning with your cup of coffee thing, right? And he waters the houseplants. So, wish I could get him to do that with a garden, but he's never been as interested in gardens. Mostly because he's not that interested in vegetables. Gee, you think that has something to do with it? Well, I grow them. I'm not going to eat them. Hates tomatoes. He hates tomatoes. Although he is nice enough to know that I love fresh tomatoes and they're worth growing, in my opinion. All right. Caught that time again. Okay, we have a definite pattern here where I am combing such that I am going to catch that tine every time. I've got to fix something about it. I got to take care of that. Fortunately, very easy to move back into place, but not a good thing. I may have loaded a little bit too much on this, but it's coming off a little bit. Gonna have pink fuzz all over the, I'm missing the trash can. Gonna have pink fuzz all over. So the bottom line is the Corriedale is definitely combing better with the medium and coarse and not the fine. Now she comments in her, video on YouTube as far as deciding what to use that you look it up in your fleece and fiber book, right? And see what the fleece you're doing is listed as, coarse, medium, or fine. Well, I didn't really actually look it up. I would have considered Corriedale a fine. But, that is probably true. It's not. Oh, hubby's in. He must be done mowing. I hear him. Okay, how are we doing here? I think I'm about done trying to get any off of here. I keep hitting the tines. Okay. If anybody has any questions, I'm more than willing to answer them. I've talked about just about everything I can, although if you came in, later, you may not have heard all the intro stuff that I did. It's hard to get this caught and started. It's easy when there's a whole bunch of fiber, but when there's less, it just doesn't want to draft a whole bunch, and then it's just not picking it up right. Come on. Ooh, Case's got a lovely Stonewall Kitchen mixing bowl with pancake mix from your friends for mom for Christmas a few years ago. It's very nice. It's also very heavy. Oh, yeah. I'm back to stocking in one of our local auction houses again, and this one is all pottery. Oh my gosh, there is so much. I have tried to limit myself. I'm not bidding on a whole bunch, but there is a Deco creamer sugar sprinkler. So, it's your little standard, very Deco green, black, square creamer. And then the sprinkler looks like a great big, tall, fat, with real wide holes, salt shaker that matches it. And it's called a sugar sprinkler. And that's, I was like, wow. Hi, SK, welcome. Have a good lurk. Glad you said hello. So I bid on it. I don't know if I'll get it. The auction goes for another 7 days. I mean, anything can happen in 7 days. You know how that goes. Especially since I have limits. I'm not going to just keep going and going and going. I have so much fun looking at that stuff because you see stuff. Well, it's like going to an antique store, right? You see stuff never seen before. It's so cool. I'm going ahead and pulling this off of the course. I'm getting a little bit of nip stuff, but it's all right. I won't waste that much this way. So you use it as a pancake bowl? Oh, you got it with pancake mix, but yeah. Pancakes. I've been having pancakes forever. That's another thing hubby won't eat. How can you not eat pancakes? Oh, I need a stretch break. Okay, hello, knitter. Yes, I can spin from either end of the pole. I'm not keeping track of what's what. Some top has, you are right, directional, but this is an open enough top. In other words, it's not so compacted or anything. It's so open. There's no compacting to it at all. It's already drafted really for you. You don't even have to draft it. This Cordell has really nice open crimp. It's not, the locks are wavy, but they are not compacted. Hello. Okay. You are, I thought I had that blocked. I used, it is not organic, it's acid dye. So. All right, I banned him. Sorry, but I thought I had that blocked for some reason. So it was either Country Classic or Dyes or Jacquard, one of the two. I don't remember which it is. And I believe the color was raspberry. It's been a while since I've dyed it. That's the one thing. I mean, I would do this fiber stuff so part-time when I was working full-time, right? That so much of it got started and I'd do a podcast about it and then I'd put it away. And I would never finish it up. Like, this is finishing this up. This is taking the dyed fiber and getting it processed so that I can actually spin it. So, yeah. There is such a difference between spinning top and roving. And there is nothing wrong with spinning roving. If you want a nice, soft, lofty yarn, right? But if you want sock yarn or something that is going to wear well, or you want something that has good stitch definition, like you're going to do a sweater and it's cabling and all that good stuff, or even lace, where you want not very thick yarn, you need worsted. And worsted comes from top because it spins down into a very tight spun yarn. So to get top, you have to do what I'm doing, right? You can't get top on a drum carder. You have choices. I'm doing it with the small hand combs, the very, very, very large hand combs like the Indigo Hound, which takes a longer stapled fiber, and it will not work with a short. It would not, my Indigo Hound would not have worked with this Cordell. That's another reason it didn't get done, right? Now, yeah, I could have drum carded it, which is usually what I ended up doing over the years, right? I just went ahead and drum carded it and spun a lot of woolen yarn, thicker than I wanted. This is why I pretty much have decided over the years, if I was going to be a vendor, I would not be a vendor of anything except final yarn, because every stage has such a tremendous amount of work. And nobody really sees the value of that work until they have a final product, which is yarn. So I just don't hardly ever sell processed fiber. I like art bats. They're cool. They're fun. But they'll spin you a small skein of yarn that you're going to have to put with something else anyway, so they're kind of limited. Okay, I'm going to stop because I keep catching that tine. I didn't get as much on here as I did the last time. I love watching myself work on the camera. It's more interesting to look at than just spinning. By the way, that's called a bird's nest. It looks like a donut. Yum. Seems like I think of everything as food, don't I? Now, if I don't want to card this, and I may not, it's more than likely too short. See? This is what it is. Oops, where's my camera? See that? It's short. It's really not going to make a good bat. What I will do is I have a collection of these kind of fibers that are too short for drum carding for felding. And it is a process of wet felding where you take a bat of, I have white, okay, I've made white bats, and they are the bat size of my drum carder, which is approximately 12 inches by 18 inches. And then you take these fibers and you get everything wet, and you use your punch needle and you punch your pattern onto this bat. First of all, I felt the bat with something rough and soapy water. So I have a felted bat. And then I punch the design on it, and it's a picture. Okay. That's what I mostly save these fibers for, that are really not going to make a good bat to spin. I wouldn't be happy with the, I wouldn't be happy with the yarn I'm getting from it. So, waste not, want not. There's always something to do. And I'd love to do that on stream. My problem is I got to do it with my camera outside, right? Everything's wet, and I will do that this summer, I promise, at some point. I just don't know when. All right, now I really do need a break. I need to stretch. Oh, my shoulders. I am so much better than I was 2 weeks ago before I went to see my doctor. Oh, thank God for steroids. And a doctor that figured out that it was every muscle in my body giving me grief. So I still have a lot of, I got to be careful with my shoulders, but my legs are fine again. I'm walking like going up and down stairs. It's all working well. And I'm so happy. Okay, I have a mess on my slacks. I didn't put a towel down. Most of it is vegetable matter, though. A little bit of fuzz. Am I happy I bought these? Absolutely. I had to put up with a lot. I spent quite a bit of money. I had to put up with a husband who was unhappy with me. You know, but I don't regret it at all. I don't regret it at all. Good tools. And these are good. They should last long enough for me to pass them on to my daughter, who met the designer. She knows all about them. She knows all about what they're about and who made them and how they're made and the whole 9 yards. So this is a legacy for her, who is also a spinner. I would have loved to have that from my mother and didn't. I have many other legacies as far as memories and that sort of thing, but nothing really craft related. She just was not into it because of her lack of eyesight. I'm going to check my music. I cannot hear it at all. Is it still playing? Yes, it is. Sorry, I can't hear it. But that's all right, because I want to make sure you can hear me and not too much music. What little tiny bit of music I can hear sounds real spooky. It probably isn't, but that's what it sounds like. So if you go on YouTube, you can find and search Pixie Claus combing. Her video will come up. It's several years old. What she demos is all the combs, but it is not in this case. This case is her newest, I won't say invention, but she devised the case so that everything packs inside of it, and you just close it up. The handles make the handles of what you carry the case with. It's very ingeniously designed. It's out of cedar, which technically, repels the moths, and smells wonderful. It is unfinished for that reason. It is an unfinished wood so that you can smell the cedar. And if you are really, really interested in contacting her, please contact me. I'm not getting any kind of kickback or anything. It's not anything to do with that. It's the fact that she just does not have a very good way of being contacted online. She lives in the country. It's just not, she's not an online person. She does fiber fairs locally, but on the whole, she has email, and that's about it. And that email has changed since whatever. I don't know if it's on the YouTube or not, but my point is I have her current email if you're interested in contacting her. Would be the best way. I have told her when I bought this that I would be demonstrating it on the Twitch. I am going to send her a link so that she can see and watch it. She's liable to contact me and say, you really should be doing it this way, which she was doing when I was using it, trying it out and everything. She was like, oh, no, do it this way, right? Because she has used it forever and she's got an idea of how it's supposed to go and all that. So I am not guaranteeing that the way I'm doing it is the way she does it. Doesn't matter. I am extremely happy with what results I'm getting, and that's the most important thing. The only thing is, because it's shorter, I think because it's shorter. That's all I can figure out. It is not transferring completely from one comb to the other. But what little bit you see when she demos it and everything, she's doing just a little bit anyway, right? She's not doing a whole big process of it. Because she needs to, oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Because she needs to go onward in her demo. She needs to not be combing and combing and combing and combing, and people like, well, now what? they'll wander on. Don't want to have that happen when you're trying to make a sale. All right, this is probably as close as I can get without bending the tines. I don't know why, it always reminds me of Powder Puff, right? right, I've got outside caught on there, and I don't want that. So what else am I been up to? I started a new knitting project, which I may show you Tuesday, which is a knit day. It is a definite stash dash. It is big bulky yarn. It is size 10 knitting needles, and it is just knit and purl. It's a blanket that is white with little pink flowers. The yarn makes the little pink flowers. It's adorable. I love it. I don't know if I'll keep it or give it to somebody. I don't know of anybody having a baby girl. It's should be washable. It's acrylic. I need to double check that. But anyway, it's my okay. So we had to go get a tire fixed yesterday. It kept going, giving us low pressure, and it turned out we had a nail in it. So while I'm at the dealer waiting for that, or actually we went to Walmart. While I'm waiting for that, I'm knitting. Don't have to have a pattern. All I have to have is my knitting needles and a skein of yarn in a bag. Pretty cool. So it's that kind of project. I think we're going to see Shakespeare in the Park tomorrow night. I can take that. I practically can do it in the dark. Really. I'm going to have so much waste. I hate this. I hate waste. I know. I keep telling myself it's not. I will do something with it, but it feels like waste. I used to hate this part of loading combs. I would hit this part up here all the time. Draw blood. I used to hate it. Now I love it. Now it don't matter. And just put it on there. All right. I will say that I am going to stop here in a little bit. I can feel it in my shoulders, and I need to not get over exuberant here. So I'm going to do this one and one more, and that's going to be it. Wow. Talk about undoing itself here. All right. I shouldn't have messed with it. Okay. Don't know why I can't get this one side very well. That might be part of it. I ended up with fiber all on one side of my comb. Now, I don't know why. That's just kind of weird. All right, so this is why you don't want to pull this close to the combs. See the knot right there? Well, right there. It's getting pulled through. I have 3 of those on this little piece of top. So it's getting pulled through. It's too close to the back. It's just not worth it. I am thinking about changing my Tuesday morning to Tuesday evening and having Tuesday and Thursday evenings like this time. It's just so hard for people to come Tuesdays in the morning because they're working, right? So I don't see any reason why I can't, especially in the summertime. Hubby's outside working anyway. Unless we actually have something we're doing on Tuesday evenings, but it's kind of rare. Poor hubby, he can't keep track of when I stream. I keep changing on him. He's the one that originally suggested the Tuesdays and Thursdays because we do often go out for Friday evenings. So it was his suggestion to do that. I am definitely quitting after this one. I am stiff, especially in my knees. So this will be the last one. I'll take my time. Do it nice. I know why I end up with it all. I bite with the top of the comb. I need to learn to bite with the entire comb or work more up and down the comb. Oops. Okay. That could have been a little disastrous, but that just came out of its holder. All right. There we go. And that should be fine. That was a little scary. Where was I here? Trying to fill the whole comb. I think I put too much on here. I'm having trouble getting the locks to open up. Trying to hurry it. Shouldn't have hurried it. Trying to do too much at once here. So I think Sunday afternoon I'm just going to be doing plain old spinning for Stash Dash. I've got some plying to do. I'm going to do the rest of the fibers that were in the exchange from Birding Mom last fall. I want to get those all done since I've started on them. I want to do them as a group. So it's going to be What I think though, I may leave this camera set up and spin on this table. I will have to take the combing system down, but I can put my Robert up here. That should be fine. I don't think any more is going to come off here. Can try. It gets so short, I can't go across it like I do when I have a big puff. It just really fights me. It doesn't want to draft out, is what it is. It's not worth trying, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, I lost my hook. I can find it. I know where it went. It's just down there by the floor. Went down on the floor. I finally found that stitch marker I dropped Tuesday morning. I had to get a flashlight, shine it on the floor. It was silver, fortunately. So I was able to find it before the sweeper got it. All right. So much waste. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Oh. Okay. Not going to think about that. Let's see, where did my hook go? Right there. Mostly, I'm concerned that the hook part is just like fine, super, super fine. And I don't want it. Okay. So that is the new toy that you will probably be seeing periodically. Whew, and I am so warm. It's like a sauna in here. I'm going to either have to rig up a fan or open the window, which actually I could do. It's cool enough outside, the air conditioner's not running. If the air was running, it'd be better. It's just that the air is not running. So, adios, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciated all of you who watched and learned and maybe had a little bit of fun. I hate this camera. It's right in front of me. It shouldn't be a problem, but the angle is just like weird. Okay. Anyway, I am going to say adios. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. And oh, Kasara, thank you for letting me know. And welcome, first time chatter. I appreciate you stopping by. I will be back Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Going to be doing some spinning. All right. Take care, buddy. See you later. Happy spinning.